Welcome to Las Vegas, where the lights never sleep and neither do the cravings. Out here, pizza isn't just food, it's a lifestyle. From late-night slices on the Strip to all-you-can-eat buffet, pizza fuels this city 24/7. But here's the jackpot. You don't need to gamble on takeout when you can bake the real deal at home. Tonight, I'll show you how to make the ultimate homemade chicken pizza, golden crust, bubbling cheese, and flavor that feels like Vegas itself, bold, over the top, and unforgettable. Stick around, because we are about to hit the flavor jackpot in your own kitchen. When we talk about pizza in America, it's not just about taste, it's about the memories, the rituals, and the culture that has shaped how people eat over the last 20 years. Back in the early 2000s, pizza was still mostly about delivery. Domino's, Papa John's, Pizza Hut, Little Caesars, names every American family knew. Stacks of cardboard boxes at birthday parties, game day spreads with extra pepperoni, or those late-night deliveries during college finals week. For decades, pizza meant convenience. But the story shifted. Around 2010, a wave of foodie culture swept across the US. Suddenly, people wanted to know what was in their food. Artisan pizzerias popped up in cities from New York to Las Vegas, serving hand-stretched dough, wood-fired crusts, and toppings that went far beyond pepperoni. Americans started caring about freshness, quality, and flavor. Then came 2020. A year that changed everything. With restaurants closed and people stuck at home, cooking became survival. And pizza became an adventure. TikTok trends showed viral dough recipes. Families invested in backyard pizza ovens. Even frozen pizza brands tried to copy that homemade style. Fast forward to 2025. And the homemade pizza wave hasn't slowed down. In fact, it's stronger than ever. Why? Because Americans realized something powerful. Making pizza at home doesn't just taste better. It connects you to tradition while giving you the freedom to create your own version. And nothing says modern American homemade like a chicken pizza. It's healthier than sausage or pepperoni, but still hearty, juicy, and packed with flavor. So before we fire up the oven, let's set out the essentials you'll need. Pizza dough. You can make it from scratch if you want that authentic experience, or grab store-bought for convenience. Americans do both, and honestly, either works. Tomato sauce, a base that carries the flavor. In the US, families often spice it up with oregano, basil, and garlic, just like the classic Italian-American pizzerias. Chicken breast, lean, protein-packed, and a modern twist that reflects today's health-conscious cooking culture. Season it, grill it, slice it. Mozzarella cheese, the king of all pizza cheeses in America. Stretchy, melty, and classic. Cheddar cheese adds that extra sharpness and bold American flavor. Toppings: bell peppers, onions, mushrooms, or even jalapenos. Over the last 20 years, US pizza culture has embraced make it your way, so toppings are personal expression. Olive oil seasoning, because a true American home cook knows. It's the small touches that separate average from unforgettable. These aren't just ingredients, they are a reflection of how US cooking culture has evolved: simple, accessible, but always ready to be customized. That's the beauty of homemade pizza in 2025. It's rooted in tradition, but shaped by creativity, family, and a love for bold flavors. So gather your ingredients, clear your counter, and get ready. In the next step, we'll take this foundation and build something that brings 20 years of American pizza culture right into your kitchen. This is where the magic begins. In America, pizza isn't just cooked, it's an experience. Over the last 20 years, Kitchens across the country have seen everything from store-bought frozen pizzas tossed in the oven to gourmet wood-fired masterpieces crafted by home chefs. But no matter the method, the excitement is always the same. That moment when the dough hits the pan, the toppings come together, and the smell fills the room. Let's bring that tradition into your kitchen. Step 1. The dough. Start by prepping your pizza base. If you're making dough from scratch, stretch it gently with your hands instead of using a rolling pin. That's how you get that airy, chewy texture Americans love. In Las Vegas pizzerias, you'll often see chefs toss the dough in the air. A little showmanship that's as much Vegas as the neon lights. At home, just keep it simple. Stretch until you've got a round base, about a 1/4 inch thick. Place it on a lightly oiled pan or pizza stone. Step 2. Sauce it up. Next comes the soul of the pizza, the sauce. Spread a thin, even layer of tomato sauce across the dough, leaving a border around the edges for that classic crust. In the US, people have been experimenting for years. Some like a sweet sauce, others want it garlicky and bold. The last 2 decades of American cooking culture have been about customization, so adjust your sauce the way you like. Step 3. Chicken toppings. Now, the star of our show, chicken. Americans love chicken pizza because it hits the sweet spot between healthy and hearty. Slice your grilled chicken into strips and spread it evenly over the sauce. Add bell peppers, onions, or mushrooms. Toppings that have defined homemade pizzas across the US since the 2000s. And here's the thing. Toppings aren't just about flavor, they are about personality. Over the last 20 years, US kitchens have turned pizza into a canvas, half and half toppings for family debates, extra cheese for indulgence. Even pineapple for the brave. Step 4. Cheese. Bake generously. Sprinkle mozzarella over the top. Then add cheddar for that American sharpness. The cheese pull has become an internet obsession in the last decade. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all love that slow-motion stretch. Bake your pizza in a preheated oven at 475 degrees Fahrenheit, about 245 degrees Celsius, for 12 to 15 minutes. You'll know it's ready when the crust is golden and the cheese is bubbling like the Vegas Strip at night. Step 5. The moment of truth. As it bakes, take in the smell. It's the same smell that's filled diners, stadiums, and homes across the US for generations. When it's ready, pull it out, let it cool for a minute, and slice it into wedges. Americans have argued for 20 years about the right way to cut pizza, squares or triangles. But either way, it's a moment everyone looks forward to. That's the beauty of this process. It's not just about making food, it's about tapping into 2 decades of American pizza culture, where cooking has become a mix of tradition, creativity, and pure comfort. The oven timer dings. And this is the moment every American kitchen waits for, pulling out that bubbling, golden masterpiece. The smell alone feels like comfort. In the US, pizza has always been about that moment of reveal. Whether it's opening a delivery box on Super Bowl Sunday, or slicing into a homemade pie on a Saturday night, the anticipation is just as delicious as the first bite. Slide your chicken pizza onto a wooden board or large tray. Let it rest for a minute. That's something American home cooks learned over the years: patience makes better slices. Cut it into wedges if you want that classic New York style, or squares if you're channeling Chicago tavern vibes. Remember, for the last 20 years, Americans have debated how pizza should be sliced almost as much as what toppings belong on it. That's the fun. Pizza sparks conversations before it even hits the plate. Arrange the slices into a neat stack or fan them out, and here's the Vegas twist. Add a garnish of fresh basil, or a sprinkle of chili flakes right at the end. In Las Vegas buffet Chefs always add a little extra flair, because food here is not just about taste, it's about presentation. About putting on a show. That same spirit can live in your kitchen. Now picture this scene. The pizza on the table, the family gathered, or friends dropping by for movie night. In the last 2 decades, homemade pizza has turned from a rare weekend project into a mainstream tradition in America. From parents teaching their kids to spread sauce in the mid-2000s, to millennials proudly posting their homemade creations during the pandemic, pizza has been more than just food. It's been a cultural bridge. In Las Vegas especially, food culture celebrates big flavors and bold experiences. A homemade pizza like this is your own personal buffet item, created without leaving home. And in a way, that's what American cooking has become in the last 20 years. Simple ingredients, easy techniques, and meals that bring people together in unforgettable ways. And there it is, your homemade chicken pizza. Baked to perfection, with all the flavor and personality of America's pizza culture packed into every slice. Crispy crust, juicy chicken, gooey cheese, this isn't just dinner, it's a taste of the tradition that's defined U.S. kitchens for decades. If you enjoyed this recipe, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with someone who loves pizza as much as you do. Here on this channel, we are not just cooking, we are capturing the flavors that have shaped America for the last 20 years. From Las Vegas nights to family gatherings across the country. Stick around for the next recipe, because the journey through America's cooking culture has just begun.